Welcome. Find a comfortable position. Let your body settle and allow your breath to slow. Tonight we'll drift far away from the noise of the day to a land of golden sands, calm riverbanks, and ancient whispers carried on the wind. This is the gentle history of ancient Egypt, not a lesson and not a lecture, but a soft, dreamlike journey through a civilization shaped by the rhythms of nature and the quiet determination of its people. With each word, let your shoulders loosen, let your eyelids grow heavier, and let the world around you fade into the warm glow of a distant past. Take a slow breath in and exhale. Now we travel back thousands of years to the wide, shimmering valley of the Nile. Imagine a vast landscape of desert stretching endlessly on either side, quiet, still, and untouched. And then, as if placed there by the hand of a benevolent god, a ribbon of deep blue water, calm and steady. The Nile. Ancient Egyptians lived at the mercy of this river. Every year its waters rose and spilled across the land, leaving behind dark, rich soil that transformed barren sand into farms, farms into villages, and villages into the foundations of a civilization. For the people who lived here, the Nile wasn't simply water. It was comfort, predictability, a gentle promise that life would continue, season after season. Farmers watched the watermarks on stone walls to predict the coming harvest. Fishermen glided across the surface in wooden boats, their nets trailing softly behind them. Children played at the river's edge, dipping their toes into the cool current. And as the sun set each evening, the sky painted the Nile in colors of gold and orange, shimmering like liquid fire. Life followed a peaceful rhythm: flood, sowing, harvest. Everything connected, everything in harmony. As you picture the calm flow of the river, let your own thoughts drift just as gently, floating slowly, softly, along with the current. Over time, small communities along the Nile joined together under powerful leaders known as pharaohs. To the people, a pharaoh was not simply a ruler. He was a divine presence, a living bridge between humanity and the gods. Under their guidance, Egypt began to build monuments unlike anything the world had ever seen, structures intended not for decades or centuries, but for eternity. The pyramids. Picture thousands of workers moving in slow, organized patterns across the desert. Some carried limestone blocks polished to glimmer like the sun. Others carved stone with gentle, rhythmic taps, a steady pattern that echoed across the hot sand. You can almost hear it now. Tap, tap, tap. A hypnotic sound, soft and repetitive like a heartbeat from another time. They built ramps, they hauled ropes, they sang work songs that rose into the hot desert air. And as days turned into months, and months into years, a pyramid began to rise. Imagine the feeling of standing before one for the first time. A structure so massive, so precise that it almost seems impossible. Yet everything about it was made by human hands, human patience, and human dreams. At night, when the wind cooled and the workers rested, the pyramid stood silent under the stars. The desert sky, clear and endless, wrapped around them like a velvet blanket. Only the faint whisper of sand shifting in the breeze disturbed the stillness. As you imagine those nights, quiet, timeless, serene, allow that same stillness to settle inside you. Feel your breath slow, your muscles soften, your mind quieting like the desert beneath the moon. To the Egyptians, the world was alive with gods. The sun god Ra sailing across the sky each day. Isis protecting families with gentle devotion. Osiris guiding souls into the afterlife. Everything, sunrise, sunset, birth, death, was woven into a sacred cycle. Temples were built not as places of noise and crowds, but as quiet sanctuaries. Inside, priests moved slowly, carrying incense whose smoke curled like soft gray ribbons through the air. Chanting echoed in low, soothing tones, rhythmic, steady, calming, a sound meant to imitate the harmony of the universe. Their beliefs about the afterlife were not frightening, they were comforting. Death wasn't an ending, but a journey, peaceful, guided, protected. Bodies were wrapped carefully, respectfully. Paintings on tomb walls showed scenes of green fields, calm water, and reunions with loved ones. A world of rest, not fear. As you listen, imagine those painted scenes glowing faintly in torchlight, blue, red, gold pigments shimmering gently. Imagine the quiet hush of a sacred chamber, the soft crackle of burning oil, the stillness so deep you can feel your own breath echo inside it. The ancient Egyptians found comfort in believing everything had order, and that every soul would find peace. Let that idea drift into you now. Everything has a place, everything has a rhythm, and tonight your rhythm is slowing, guiding you toward deep, restful sleep. Beyond temples and pyramids, Egypt was filled with ordinary life. Soft, simple moments that shaped each day. In the early morning, the sun rose over palm trees and clay houses. The air smelled of warm bread baking in small mud ovens. Mothers carried water jugs on their hips. Children chased goats through narrow streets, their laughter bright and carefree. On the riverbanks, farmers guided oxen through fields, the earth soft beneath their feet. Fishermen pulled in their nets, droplets of water scattering like tiny diamonds in the light. Craftsmen carved wood, shaped pottery, or spun linen threads between their fingers, their movements calm, practiced, peaceful. Evenings were the heart of community life. Families gathered on rooftops to escape the heat, sharing meals under a sky full of stars. Stories passed from one generation to the next, tales of gods, heroes, and faraway deserts. Music drifted through the night, simple flutes, gentle hand drums, soft humming. Imagine sitting with them, feeling the warm air against your skin, listening to the quiet of a world without machines, without haste, without noise. It's peaceful, steady, predictable, just like your breath now, slow, warm, soft. Let that simplicity wrap around you like a blanket. Let the calm of ancient nights guide you deeper into rest. Thank you for joining this quiet journey along the Nile, through fields, temples, pyramids, and the everyday lives of a gentle ancient world. As these images fade, let yourself drift into your own quiet space. Let the sound of your breath become like the river, smooth, steady, unhurried. Let your mind rest in the warmth of starlit desert skies and in the silence of timeless stone. You don't need to hold on to the story now. You don't need to remember details or names. Just allow the soft feeling of ancient Egypt, its calm, its rhythm, its golden stillness, to settle like sand at the bottom of a peaceful river. Your body is heavy, your thoughts are soft, and sleep is waiting gently for you. Good night, and may your dreams be as calm as the quiet waters of the Nile.